Integration of technology into the classroom is a natural step for teachers to take as they consider all of the possible tools to improve their instruction and their students' reception of lessons. As a Spanish teacher, I consider the ways that technology can enhance the immersive experience of my classroom, giving students access to native Spanish speakers and the opportunity to virtually travel around the world. One opportunity for technology in the classroom is virtual whiteboards. Virtual whiteboards are used like regular whiteboards, but there is a connection between what is written on the whiteboard and another screen. My students all have iPads, and I have them use their iPads as virtual whiteboards to show me answers as a method of formative assessment in the classroom. Virtual whiteboards allow me as a teacher to easily view and share student work and to provide students with quick and private feedback. They are also more fun for many students and less wasteful of materials. Downsides of virtual whiteboards include the cost of necessary technology and connectivity issues for students. Another technology option is the virtual field trip. Virtual field trips give students a three-dimensional view of a location, a museum, for example, and often provide supplemental information for students about what they are viewing. Virtual field trips can provide a much more immersive experience for students and allow them to explore on their own. With virtual field trips, I, as a teacher, am circumventing the normal limits of the classroom. A potential downside of virtual field trips, however, is a disconnect for students between the real-world place they are viewing and that place in reality. While it would always be most effective to transport students to an actual location, virtual field trips are a great alternative. In the classroom, I also use many videos during the day. Videos in my classroom can give students access to authentic speakers of Spanish through normal recordings, music videos, movies, you name it. Videos can also stimulate interest in students and motivate them to explore more content on their own. Furthermore, many videos are professionally made and provide a polished addition to the classroom. An additional technological addition to inside and outside the classroom is the use of online study materials like Quizlet. Online study materials can be student-led, that is, students create their own materials. They are accessible from school or home for most students, anywhere with internet access. Online study materials also allow me as a teacher to access my students' study materials to make sure they are not studying misleading or incorrect information. Finally, websites like Quizlet allow me to create interactive and team-oriented activities for students to review for tests or just as a nice break for an intense class.
El cerdo.
Currently, as a teacher, I use all of the aforementioned uses of technology regularly in my classroom. I also assign my students a weekly number of lessons on the language learning app Duolingo. Duolingo, which is self-paced and formatted as a game. Duolingo is enjoyed by many people outside of school, so I thought it would be a perfect assignment that would challenge students and keep them practicing without being over-encumbered.
Un niña. Un hombre.
For my next year of teaching, I plan to require that my students bring headphones daily to my classroom, which will give them more personalized access to any listening activities, as being able to discern speech is incredibly important in a foreign language class. I also plan on using the website Linguafolio for setting goals. Linguafolio is a student portfolio created at the University of Oregon that exists specifically for tracking progress towards goals in learning a language. With my students able to monitor their progress in class, they will take more ownership of their work and see more concretely how what they are learning applies to the real world. Overall, technology is essential in my classroom. I find that students are frequently more engaged when they have the opportunity to use technology, and it gives them the option to take their learning home with them with ease. Technology provides more opportunities for students to work and learn at their own pace, as with Duolingo, and it gives me, a teacher, the opportunity to target learners with visuals, sounds, and more.